Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I've been having a look at these Dutch fold cards because I've seen a few going around. Lovely, nothing new. I've seen quite a few ladies make them. I watched Jambi's one as well. I was a bit fussed on the bottom bit that she did. I'm not saying her card wasn't beautiful, it was absolutely stunning, but I've done a very similar version. This one I've added all the designer series paper and added a panel inside for you to write your message. The only mistake I made on this one, I didn't do it on my sample card. I thought, oh, I'll just trim it down to the 8. And then I didn't have enough. I don't know why, because this base is 4. Let me have a look. The bottom, yeah. Well, yeah, it's about 4 inches. And these panels are 2 inches. But for some reason, when I scored them, I don't know what that is. It's like a dint. Yeah, it looks like a little dint out of my card. When I scored them at 2 inches, I should have left the extra on. So that's what I'm going to do now and show you how we can get those so they're bang on closed. But the little gatefold is that it opens at the bottom and it folds flat in a card. But then when you will come to stand it up, you flick it up like that and it stays stood up like that. I just think it's brilliant. Oh, she says not standing it up. There you go, it does stand up. And the only bit I coloured was this front panel because I wanted a black and white card at first. And then I thought, no, just add that little bit of splash of colour. So I did. And then they've got a panel at the inside to write on. Or you can just plainly add a panel on the back and then you can write on there as well. So, but I'm going to show you how I made this without having 2 bits of paper. This is all one piece of cardstock. And it looks like it's coming undone there. Oh, so it is, so it is. It must be the heat under this lamp melting the glue. Oh, I nearly stabbed myself there with that pin. I'm just making sure it's primed. Just going to add a little bit more glue under there. Don't know why that's coming off. Just pop that down. Is that side? Nope, that's perfect. So you're going to leave your card at 8 1/4 by 10. And I've got some more of that beautiful ribbon. I've got my spare battery on the hand in case this one dies. The sentiment is from part of my story. I love that. I love that it just sits there like that. Beautiful. And this one here, here's to those who inspire us and don't even know it. And I'm using these as thank you cards because of the new challenge that's started. So I've got a scrap piece of white and black for the front. I've cut my label from the layering labels. I've mounted the DSP, but I haven't attached it yet. This is the front panel. This measures 2.5 by 4. Yeah, 2.5 by 4. The inner one then is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8, and the DSP is 2 1/8. No, it's not. I cut it. There's my sizes. Here it is. So 8 1/4 by 10, 2.5 by 4, and the layers are for that panel 2 3/8 by 3 7/8, and the DSP is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. I've literally taken it down by 1/8 of an inch. You're going to need a panel then, which is 3 7/8 by 5 3/8, and the DSP is 3 3/4 by 5 5/8. I'm using white for the layers. Then you'll need a piece 4 by 3 7/8, and then 3 3/4 by 3 7/8, and then you'll need 2 small ones at 1 7/8 each, and then the DSP 2 at 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. That's your measurements, and I've layered them all up ready, just so we don't have to watch me. And look at this beautiful paper, absolutely gorgeous. So we'll be attaching them shortly. And like I say, we've got scraps then for the rest. So we're going to take our card, and like I say, this is cut at 8 1/4 by 10. you're going to take your trimmer. And what you're going to do is pop this in at 2 inches. And then take your blade up to 8. Press it in. And take it up. Pull it back down because we're going to do the other side. Pop that back in at 2. Get your blade at 8. And we're going to take that up there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in at 2 inches. And then just cut until you feel that piece. Not quite. And cut it off. You can save those then for putting behind your scraps of Whisper White. You know when you're doing a sentiment, and then you can either turn it over and do it same again, or just take it down and cut up till it clicks. There we go. Then move your blade and then just go in and score at 2 inches there, and then just take it along to the score line and score it there as well. So now when we fold these in, you can trim. Oh, see, they don't. How's that? What have I done wrong? What's the width of this now? Because this should be 4. Ah, naughty girl. So now this is 4 1/4. That's why. It didn't do that yesterday. I should have gone in at 2 1/8 on either side, not 2. Do not despair. Let me grab another sheet and I will show you. I did it perfect yesterday. And anyway, that can go for, let me just cut this down. Take 1 3/4 off this, because this is 11 3/4. If you were USA, you would just take 1 inch off yours. Again, use that for sentiments. Right. Back in, 2 1/8. Please, and then put it in 8. And cut up. Flip it over 2 1/8. That's where I'm going wrong. Yep, 2 1/8. Take that back down to 8. And trim. Now that gap should be there now at 4 inches. Yay! Don't worry about that card, I'll turn that into something. And we're going to go in and just trim that piece off. Make sure that's pushed all the way up to the top. You can feel it, it'll clink. So move that blade out of the way. And we're just going to go in it. You're going to go on that score line now, and then you're going to score. So you're going to that piece that's cut all the way up to the edge. And the same on that side. Now, these will overlap a little bit now, or they should do. And then that's where we come, that's why I'm keeping the trimmer out. Yeah, tiny little overhang. So you can pretty much, now you can literally just take a slither off there and then measure again. Now this one takes even less off than that. Literally just a little slither until you get it sitting perfect, just like that. I will fetch it up and I will show you that they fit together perfectly. So tiny little slither the first side and a smidge, and I mean a smidge. That's how much we've taken off either side. But you've done it all on your trimmer. Everything's all attached, and you haven't got to add panels. That was why I wanted to do it that way. So we've done this. We've done the lines, we've done the scoring, we've done the cutting, and we've even removed those beautiful panels to use on another card. And this folds over beautifully and meets perfectly. I'm just going to get a little, what it is, I've come over just a fraction. And I mean a fraction, and it's just giving me a little bump, so I'm going to remove that little bump. No one will ever know. I've got a little bit of a bump that side. Perfect. Now that is absolutely bob on. I always go over the cut lines once I've been using the Stampin' Up trimmer because it raises your card a little bit. And you just want to smooth them back out. And now these measure 2 by 2 and 2 by 2. Perfect. Where there's a will, there's a way. We get there in the end. Oh, we need a scoreboard back. I'll do this on the score trimmer now. Fold these sides in, just tuck them there. And you're going to score this now at 5 7/8. That gives you that 4-inch panel there. If I pull it up to 6, takes it to 10. You fold that over now, making sure it's lined up both sides. Where's my bone folder gone? There you are, sneaky. And you've got a tiny little overhang there. And it'll keep the flap shut, and then when it comes to open, it will stand on top of there perfectly. Fabulous. I love it when a plan comes together. So we can now just attach our pieces. So this is going to go inside there. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use my good glue, as I call it. But I definitely need to clean these little nozzle caps out. I think I'll put them in soak after this. There we go. And make sure you get all the way to the ends because you don't want it peeling off. Give it a flick out even. And then spread the rest of that beautiful glue. And this shall have the little tiny black border all the way round. Perfect. Look at that. Just beautiful. You could decorate the insides as well if you want to. I don't see the point. I'm going to pop this in while we're here as well. You could add this on dimensionals even. Entirely up to you. Just going to lower that down. Oops. And I'm going to try and I keep knocking it, don't I, with my hands. Try and keep that line straight. Beautiful. So we've got somewhere to write now. We're going to add our 2 little squares, and I'm loving the fact that these butterflies are just absolutely gorgeous papers. You could even put a white panel in there and leave that one off and do some more colouring. But a very quick and simple card. Once you've cut everything to size and layered it all up, everything fits on there beautifully. Just make sure you've got the direction of your butterflies going the right way. I have literally got the tip of that one's wing, so it doesn't matter which way around this one goes. Again, nice little border all the way around. Perfect. And look, it fits together beautifully. You've got that panel then, this is for the front. Absolutely gorgeous. Yet again, another little border all the way round. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Just going to open my card out to make sure I've got that right. And a little fraction. This is off a little bit, come on. Perfect. Give that good burnishing down. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Look at that, and that's going to sit. And this little panel is going to come down longer, so it's going to act. It's going to be like that, and it's going to act as like a little stopper. So it's going to go on there, and then when this opens out, like I'm saying, they sit just like that under that panel and tuck against there, and that way it won't close any further. So I'm going to attach this piece. Not all the way down, because we're going to have a hangover at the bottom. Make sure that that is about an inch down, inch and a quarter maybe, because you want a nice little border there, and that's how much you want to come down there, because this is 4 inches, the same as this, so you want to come down an inch and down an inch. Oh, flipping heck, that made me jump. Oh, there's a helicopter went past, and my punch was on the edge of my glass mat, and it's just slipped off, made me jump out my skin. So that hugs around there, keeping it open so while it stands up. Beautiful. So I'm just going to attach. I will attach that after I've coloured it. Do you know, this old age malarkey is not, it's very nice. Keep dropping everything. So I'm going to do a bit of colouring now. Where in between the flowers are, like I did on that one, I'm putting blue to represent the sky. So it's just going in between the flowers. I don't want to leave it plain white, see. There isn't much space between the flowers, but there's little gaps. And it just emphasises how beautiful this card can look. Oh, I love this paper. I do apologise. Just absolutely stunning. And if you've got patience like me, yeah, it's brilliant. I love doing things like this. All the added little details. They soon mount up. And I'm not worried that I've got my white on there, because I won't be, it's like staying in the lines, you just don't go over that line. Perfect, there's a little bit there. And there's a bit there. And that's it. All the back, oh wait, there's a tiny dot there. Just scouting around the area. So there's a little bit here as well. Perfect, so I've filled all the little gaps in the blue. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? You could leave it, you don't even have to add colour, but I thought, why not? Just get a little splash of colour going in there. beautiful. You can do it as bright and as bold as you want. And then just go over the leaves. And I'm just using the paler of the Granny Apple Green. These more act like leaves to me. Beautiful. Is there any more? There's a leaf there. And I've just seen a blue patch that I can fill in. Ooh, you spot these things as you're going round. So there's a bit more blue space. And another leaf there. Gorgeous. Oh, a tiny another little dot there, just seen. I'm going to leave this pen out just in case. There's another little green there. I'm just scouting for leaves, I am. There's a tiny little leaf there. And I'm going to have them as leaves because they look like leaves. Beautiful, bit of green going on, love it. Keep that one out as well. I'm going to be using a bit of little petal pink for the pink daisies. Beautiful. And these tiny little flowers. And if you notice on this one, oh, you can't see, some of the flowers, and I've covered it up, I've added Winker Stella to the big white daisies just to represent the, what's it called, the petals, because you don't want, I wanted white daisies, but I haven't got a white, well, I've got a white gel pen, but I didn't want to fill it in with a white gel pen, so I just filled it in with Winker Stella and it looked absolutely beautiful. So all these tiny little flowers are going to be in my petal pink, dark. The bigger flowers, then we can choose which ones are going to have white and which ones aren't. So this big daisy here is going to have Winker Stella, but are we going to see it? Because I'm putting a label over it anyway. So I'm just going to dab the leaves. And even if they do, you know, stick out a little bit, and I've just seen another little piece of white I can do, I'm going to have that as another part. A little tiny bit more blue there, just in between. Perfect. Love it. Looks so cute and so dainty. So, oh, another daisy I've just found. That can have a Winker Stella on it too. Just spotted my other little pink flower. That's going there. Just attention to detail, isn't it? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I've got the yellow, which is the Daffodil Delight light, just for the centre of my little pink daisies. And these ones as well. I mean, you could attach this, or you could have attached that gently with some glue, removable glue dots or something, and then put a little topper on the top and turn it into a gift, a bookmark as well. That would have been nice. Never thought about that till just. Absolutely gorgeous. So I know I had purple on them, but I'm going to go for a bit more subtleness on this one, and I'm going to have a little bit of light Flirty Flamingo, and that's going on this flower here. I might just colour all the flowers in and then just leave the butterflies as black and white. being careful there not to go over onto the white. Should have coloured this first really, but it doesn't matter, I haven't gone onto the white thankfully. So I'm going to have this as a pink daisy. Just have a bit of fun with your colours, it's just beautiful. And I'm going to have this bit back here, flirty flamingo as well, pale. Oh, I love it, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I'm going to have a little bit of blue on this one, balmy blue, on this beautiful flower here, nice and subtle and light. Keeping a steady hand near that white. Oh, flipping heck. My card's just fallen over. I'm going to scare myself rotten today, aren't I? Never been so jumpy. I like that actually. I'm going to carry that on up here. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Just like colouring without going over the lines, and it's just brilliant. You could use watercolour pencils, you could use marker pens even if you haven't got the blends, or you could use your ink pad with, what's it called? Oh, your blending tools dipped in some, what do you call it? I don't know. I'm going to do lolly. I'm going to have a little bit of the, on the last one, just a bit of Calypso Coral, just on this one here, nice and pale. And I'm going to leave the butterflies. That is absolutely cute as a button. Love that. I'm going to add a bit of Winker Stella on those large butterflies now. These are just absolutely beautiful colours. I adore these. I love my little rack I made as well to put my blends in. I've got about 70 blends now, I think. Wow, I know, yeah. I did use purple on there, but we don't need to do the purple again. And I got my spare up there. Oh, I love my blends. That is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna give this a little prime. Oh, beautiful. You know me, I've got to have a bit of Winker Stella. That is so pretty. Don't want to cover it up now though, that's the only thing. Beautiful. I'm just going to dot the centres of those little flowers. Perfect. Oh, that is so sweet. Look how gorgeous that is. I'll hold that up to the light. See the shimmer? beautiful. So that piece, look at that falling over. Don't fall over again now. Right, I'm going to set that just for a minute, and I'm going to grab my double-sided tape and just add in a piece under here. And on the front as well, just along there. What I'm going to do something different this time. I'm going to add my ribbon wrap round, and then I'm going to tie a bow and add that separately. So starting on the inside, I'm just going to leave that down a little bit. Maneuver this tape all the way across without going just over the edge there. Grab a little tiny bit more tape, just a tiny little bit, just for there. And then I can fetch that piece just over there. Beautiful. Get my scissors and trim that off. I love this suckling tape, it's brilliant. That is absolutely gorgeous. Making sure it can still fold over. Give that a burner. Nice and tight, love it. And then these are going to interlock in there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to grab my glue again. I'm just going to add that onto there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then they just tuck into that spot beautifully. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, sorry. Isn't that beautiful? It does that. And you can see that gorgeous panel. So pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. There we go. I've got that in. Right, I'm going to fetch my beautiful bow maker in now. And I'm going to do all this whilst it's attached. I might even have to open that out a little bit more. Get that right in the centre. And give it a good old tug. Absolutely beautiful. So pretty. Maybe a fraction more of that one. That looks so pretty that way. Oh, beautiful. Love this ribbon, and it's the shimmer ribbon in basic black. Beautiful. So I'm going to pick the best side, and I'm going to add a touch of tape on there, because I find this holds the ribbons on a lot better than glue dots. That's my opinion. I'm just going to attach that through the centre. She says, when it wants to come off her fingers. perfect. Just peel that back. And then I'm going to just pop that right in the centre. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love that. And you could even put a little dot of it behind, or then a glue dot. Where's my pokey tool? Where did that go? I'm losing everything today. Cards are falling over, making me jump. The glue dot's just gone flying somewhere. Oh, I'll find it after. And I'm just going to pop that tail and keep that there. Nice. I know that wasn't moving, but just want to keep it nice and securely down. Absolutely gorgeous. Do you even need a label on that? But yeah, because we've got to have a sentiment, haven't we? That one seems a bit flimsy, even though it's glued all the way down. But that one now is so much more secure. So, for the panel, I'm just going to pop my scissors away. Mr. Boy's asking me how long, God bless him. And then I'm going to get some my Memento black ink. Because it's shaking. And then I'm just going to oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I've just cleaned my cloths. A lot better than they were. Oh, she says, turning it over, not that good. They needed redampening, that's what they were, because they were drying out for some reason. I think I must have left the pot open. So here's that gorgeous punch, which goes perfectly well with this stamp set. It's meant to be together. Just bob that out. And I have a black one as well. Keep that now for scraps. Put that label back. And I'm just going to grab, I'm just going to chop this right in half. Oof. Just use a bit of tape on this. I think it might be a bit too high actually. No, that's perfect. So I'm going to add it to the bottom. But I can't pull that now. That one's permanent runner. Oh, see, I'm dropping everything. I'm getting old. And I pop a couple of dimensionals on the back. And then we're going to fetch this beautiful piece of card in. Oh, how can paper and just ink and that just be so beautiful? Just with a little splash of colour. And I don't really want to cover that up, but I've got to. You can see the sparkle now on the Wink of Stella. It's just gorgeous. So I'm just gonna have to cover you up, butterfly. I'm sorry. Perfectly fits across there beautifully. And there you can store this flat then for posting. And then I just love the way it hooks up under there and stays in place. Absolutely beautiful. So there's one we've just done together. This is the one I did earlier. And the way they stand up, just absolutely beautiful. So there we go. I hope you try my version of the gatefold card. I mean, you can add pieces, but I don't see the point. But I'm going to go because my battery's going to die. Love you all. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, press subscribe and the bell, and I'll see you on the other side. Till next time. Bye.